6 tools to handle stress and stay calm under pressure. Your days can be filled with putting out fires as a leader. When you solve one problem, another one comes up. Sound familiar? Sometimes it looks like all the problems in the world are happening at the same time, and it makes your life feel harder. Can you relate? Let me know. Keeping calm under pressure can test even the best leaders. I'm Lisa G. I'm bringing you tips every week, giving you the edge in high performance. I'm live in Santa Monica tonight, so let me know where you guys are tuning in from, and we'll jump in. Have you ever hovered over the send button, knowing that you shouldn't send that message? Let me know in the comments. I know I have. But think first you must, because keeping cool in high stress situations is easier said than done. And we've all been thrown into some challenging times lately. As an effective leader, you need to know how to regulate and manage your emotions with EQ. Your ability to maintain composure in times of crisis is a key element of executive presence. It has a calming effect on your team and inspires trust. So if you've ever hovered over the send button, knowing you shouldn't send the message, you know how strong that urge can be. Put a comment if you can relate. And let me know where you are and how it is there tonight. Let's jump in with some tools you can use to keep your cool the next time a situation hits a nerve and triggers you. The truth is, staying calm under pressure is a skill you can master. Let's jump in with tool number 1. This is to hit the pause button. When you're facing a stressor, the fight or flight instinct in your brain crowds out your executive function. I'm just checking the sound here. So before you make a rash decision or snap, the solution is to take a pause by redirecting your attention to your breath. You can bring your mind that way to the present. This small act of mindfulness enables you to return to clarity so that you can focus on what you can control and what's important right now. So let me know what you guys would add. The number one thing to do to keep your cool is to put a pause between the stimulus and response. I have my clients do box breathing when you're feeling under pressure. Try this breathing technique. Inhaling for 4, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 times. So pause before you respond so that you have time to collect your thoughts before making a decision. And maintain control over your emotions that way. Okay, let's jump into tool number 2. Tool number 1 is pause. Tool number 2 is identify your triggers and use empathy. One of the best ways for you to deal with a high stress situation is to have a plan in place for when it happens by identify what usually sets you off. The best way to identify your triggers is to pay attention to your emotions and your body. When you're triggered, how do you know? Does your heart race? Do your palms sweat? Do your shoulders tighten? Do you begin to feel anxious? Once you've identified how you react when you've been triggered and what tends to trigger you, you can create a plan to manage those responses. For example, if you know you're meeting with someone who tends to trigger you, create a plan before you even step foot in the room. Use empathy. Get into the heart and the head of the person and prepare for what they might say. Put yourself in their shoes. Think about what triggers they're facing and what may be behind their comments. Consider their point of view and then figure out which of those things might rattle you and determine what your response will be in advance. By preparing and putting in the work to think about how they'll cope or be triggered, you can diffuse the tension in advance like a time bomb. Let me know what you think. And step 3 is master your ABCs. Not every high pressure situation can be predicted. So when someone throws a curveball at you, A is to first ask questions. Instead of reacting, ask for more information. That's a great way to make other people feel heard and for you to learn more about the situation. Be sure and ask non-judgmental questions, or you'll put people on the defense. It's also a great way to put a pause in the situation and buy some time to think. And B is to breathe. Take a few deep breaths. Breath control is an important method to refocus the brain when you're feeling tense or emotional. Try the box breathing method that I mentioned. Or let me know what techniques you guys use. In through your nose to a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4 to calm yourself and focus. Or Wim Hof is another good breathing technique. C is to count to 10 when confronted with a tense or emotional situation. Counting to 10 gives you time to get control of your emotions and respond more calmly. Tool number 4 is to practice controlling your thoughts. You can't control triggers like people, politics, and the economy, but you can control your emotions once they've happened, because that leads to a thought. And that's where you have the power to shift your interpretation. So leave a comment if you have any tools for dealing with these high stress situations we've all been thrown into. And tool number 5 is think about what you're grateful for. Carve out some time to think about past successes or things you're grateful for. Doing this can replace negative emotions with love and gratitude and remind you that you've overcome tough times before and can do it again. Your success means that there was a challenge you faced and you overcame it, and that's proof that you can do it again right now. In 2020, I faced numerous challenges and they continue. I have found that by remembering my successes and how I overcame them, like my YouTube channel being stolen and in-person business being shut down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, it reminds me of my resilience and grit and my ability to pivot. And tool number 6 is get some exercise. This is one of my best tips because it's gotten me through all of the many challenges I've faced. When I feel stressed or I'm dealing with uncertainty, which I've had to do quite a bit since 2020, I have found that staying active physically helps me mentally. And here's why it can help you too. Number 1, exercise is a natural mood booster and it lowers your blood pressure and heart rate. Investing your time in physical activities can distract you from dwelling on things you can't control, like people, politics, inflation, the economy. Exercise is the best thing you can do to combat the stress we're all facing in these uncertain times. Work your body to get that adrenaline pumping and reduce your cortisol levels. This will help you to think better, feel better, sleep better, so that you're better able to problem solve. The bottom line is uncertainty is at an all-time high. Managing chronic uncertainty, as many of us have done since 2020, can fuel anxiety and depression and can end up with fueling illness too. The good news is that uncertainty is often temporary. Taking a step back and recognizing that this moment will pass and trying these strategies to help you cope with living in disruptive times. And reach out for help if you need support. Let me know what strategies you would add. I'm Lisa G. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.